What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtime Doctor. So I'm back here with my Tales of Erin experience. I will say this is a very grind-heavy game, so I'm here to offer you guys some tips on my experiences. And as always, guys, share your experiences below. Maybe you know some stuff that I don't know, but basically, what you want to do every day in this game, go take a look at the quest achievements. You're gonna have these daily quests. Make sure you run through all those ASAP every day. Your daily quests, and there's also these two chests over here. It'll say like 3 quests, 7 quests. Just make sure to pick that up when you hit that number. But your quests are pretty much going to be complete 5 multiplayers, which is actually pretty easy in this game, even if you're new, because you usually get carried. Complete 3 single player battles. You know, that's a no-brainer. Star World exploration 10 times. That's the, send your units away for 20 minutes or whatever type stuff. Enhance a character 1 time, just get their level up. Enhance a costume 1 time. We'll go more into that later. Craft a costume if you got the workshop open. Buy anything from the shop. I'll show you where the shop is if you don't know. Give stamina to 5 people in the guild. Attend Guild Tower battle 1 time, and then do the Darkblade Runes battles. So we'll go very slowly, and then I'll share with you guys the things that I've found to be pretty useful so far in this game. So number 1, another thing to know is they have a lot of events going right now, but a lot of events have timers that are ticking. So they'll tell you some of the time things are going. But essentially, the banner that's currently there, that's actually only going until tomorrow for Mafuse, and unfortunately, I'm not going to end up finishing her 10 summon thing. I don't know why the connecting speed for this game isn't as good as it. It seems like the servers have gotten worse. That's too bad. This is the new event, the new Chloe hero. Man, what is going on with this connection? Like, I'm connected by computer, so it can't be anything with me. Like, I'm still streaming. Yeah, my internet's fine. Your network is unstable. Alright, so anyway, so they got all these events. This one's about the end, but it was basically summon X amount of times, and you keep getting more and more stuff. And I was trying to get down. Maybe I'll try to farm that before the patch tonight. But anyways. And then Trial of Sword, event time's permanent, so you don't have to worry about that. So is Adventure and Growth. Now, Hero Proof, within 15 days of creating your account. This is basically, you gotta pass certain chapter points, and some of them get to be pretty hard. The difficulty rating from hard, or from normal to hard, is actually pretty extreme. Like, they're expecting you to have level 70 style or strength heroes, and then from hard to extremes, apparently even worse, you gotta have like level 100 according to someone I know. But this is within 15 days of the account, and I don't think I'm gonna make that either, unfortunately. And then Ultimate Blessing, that is highest character levels, so try to get a character to 100 within 15 days of creating the account. Costume rebate, basically level your costume to 100. It shouldn't be that tough. I'll show you how it works in a second. And then, the Facebook like thing. They'll give you some stuff if you like their Facebook page. Now, one thing that a lot of people overlook too, if you get a title, make sure that you equip the title. Because all the titles have various functions here. The one I'm equipping is HP for party 20%, which is pretty nice. But if you manage to get a hero to plus 10, that means you got 10 copies of them on top of the regular copy of the hero. You unlock whatever their thing is, and you should have unlocked the one for the event by now. But essentially, attack of water type characters, which is great if you're running a full water team or mostly water team. Restoration weight of water characters, that one's not really that great. And, there's some other better ones. And then gift codes. I forgot there's a new gift code. You know what? I'll put that gift code in the description, guys. So they just put a new one out there. So that's all you do with that. Now, we'll go to the party, and I'll show you guys the team I'm running right now. I just got Tiamat, and I'll show you where you can get her. Tiamat is super good, especially if you have Holy anything. I could actually run the mono Holy team if I want, but unfortunately Galford is such garbage, I don't even feel like it. The only reason I'd run him is to buff everyone else, because he cannot stay alive worth a damn. But anyway, so this is Tiamat, she's a magician. Real damage, that's basically ignores armor, so both of her attacks are real damage right off, which the only other guy I've seen that deals real damage is Black Crow, but you have to max his DPS skills. And then she has this thing where she buffs her own attack, and eventually when you level this up all the way, she has debuff resistance 100%. And then this is basically like, she'll die, but then her HP gets locked at 1, she gets invulnerable, and her crit rate is increased by 100%. And also resets all the skill cooldowns, and the more you get it up, you know, the less that the timer trigger mark is and stuff. So she's ridiculous. If you can get your hands on her, even if you can't run a full Holy team, get your hands on her. But you should have been able to get Mirafusa by now if you just start playing, because she was the banner hero. And I assume most of you guys re-rolled. So she's super good. Now, equipment in this game, you got to pay attention to this right here, because this is the stat that you can level. And these stats you can always re-roll with hammers, although they don't exactly hand out hammers like candy. But at least try to get something that has your character or some character in your party, and do pay attention, because some of these will just say attack of light character. That means that the person it's equipped on, versus all characters in party, etc. So be aware of that, but try to level this stuff as high as you can, and also try to level your gear. I'll show you how that all works here. Leveling your gear is as simple as there's these enhanced materials, and you know, you just pop it till you max it. And then it gives you these little stat bonuses here. And then you can also break it. You just need an item of a similar type. You can go to the store and buy items of the similar type. I'll show you guys that in a second. But you can get all gear to 100. So, but I literally just got her yesterday, so her gear is still kind of bad. And then this costume breakthrough thing right here, I actually originally misread it, so let me show you guys. So you see how the primary skill here is attack plus 50%, and you get 10% per level. So as you put gear into this, I was thinking it was like, oh, you have to hit 100%. Actually, no, you don't, because it says here, chance to upgrade skill. So you could get it, you know, you could be like one of those Daredevil guys and just like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, roll one piece of gear on YOLO. And then that way you're not wasting that much, but your chances of upgrading aren't too crazy. Or, you know, you can get to like 83 or so, and then boom, I failed anyways. Well, normally that would work. I usually go to like 88. That was a great YouTuber RNG roll there. We'll pump it at 94. And there you go. So that's how you do that. And then breakthrough, like I said, is leveling up the gear. So try to get all your gear, especially on your attack characters, you know, up to 100% for their attack or crit rate or whatever you're doing, group buff. And then there's also HP. There's a piece of armor that does HP. You know, put that on your tanks and just let them free roam. Now, skill points in this game, you get skill points every 10 levels. You also get them whenever you grow their potential. So what do I mean by that? Discover potential right here. You have to go to these areas and farm the materials it says up here. And if you want, you can actually click on it and it'll show you, okay, it's from these stages. So you can just pick whichever one you want to go to. But as you get these up, your first one, 20 to 40, I believe it gets you 2 skill points, and then etc. 4 skill points. It might be 1 skill point for 20 to 40. 40 to 60 is 2, 60 to 80 is 4, and then 80 to 100 is 8, is I believe how it works. I may be a little off on that, but that's basically how it works, so... You know, it's a lot of farming, guys, because you're lucky if like 2 of these drop in a single dungeon run at this level, but getting those skill points really does help out and make characters way more powerful. Your 10th skill point is always... Well, not always. Most of the time, it is a huge upgrade for what you're doing. So, and then real quick, I'll show you guys the team I'm running. So you guys can see. So this is a 5-star water tank I pulled a couple days ago. It's actually a he. Actually really good. This skill right here makes the entire party invulnerable and immune to any status and damage for 10 seconds. I got it leveled up all the way. And deals a decent amount of damage, but he's a tank, and he dispels all debuffs on the casters, so... the whole party, pretty much. So that's super good. I just need to skill up his tankiness a bit more. But this is an awesome hero, so if you're running a water hero, this is definitely the tank to go for. And then, you know, I got Mifusa. She was the banner hero. And also, guys, don't forget, as you get copies of these heroes, like say you got a bunch of copies, check their status. You know, those copies go into here up to +10 before they start giving you summon tokens, which you can spend at a store. I'll show you later. Pretty much your copies, these are the stat bonuses I have for having 3 copies of her. You know, I instantly get an extra 709 attack, 4% crit chance, +3 crit damage, I guess, a little bit of defense, restoration, which is the healing power of heals on you, and then HP. So, you know, if you get copies, it's not the worst thing in the world. There's also these things that drop pretty rarely. I still haven't seen one. Awakening Fruit, you can get another level in whichever hero you want. I would personally put mine on Tiamat. Mifusa's pretty good. You guys should be pretty familiar with her by now, but the skills to get on her, as Mercs told me, deal light damage, grant barrier of life to party, put darkness on enemies so that they miss 15% of their attacks for 30 seconds. It's pretty strong. Deals a good amount of damage too. And then the other cool thing is, once you get her first passive skilled up, deals damage equal to 140% of attack power to all enemies every 2 seconds when you have an HP shield being her barrier of life. But every 2 seconds, you know, dealing damage for something that's lasting 10 seconds, you know, that's 5 applications of 140%. That's 700% damage in 10 seconds. And then also, with this, she's getting damage on her basic attack, you know, percentage chance, and she'll randomly gain barrier of life by herself, and then also trigger for an additional 10 seconds, the extra little damage ticks here. And I don't know if this is multiplicative, you know, like, because 4 people will have barrier of life. It seems like it is, because sometimes it seems like it hits really hard, but I'm not 100% sure. But Mifusa's really awesome. Not quite as awesome as Tiamat. I showed you Tiamat already, so the healer I'm running with them is Angelina. She's the holy healer. So she has a really strong buff here, attacking of light characters in the party and reduced attack interval. That's basically giving them haste. So that's pretty cool. And then restore HP and dispel damage over time for the party. So that's really good against the poison in this game, because the poison ticks for 20% of your life usually. And then she heals for 20%. And if it's 500% of her attack power, so getting her attack power is really good. And then her other passive, increased max HP, you know, and restoration. That's pretty good of light heroes. I'm starting to think maybe I should... No, because I needed more damage. Yeah, this reduces enemy defense. That's why I did this. It's only 3 enemies, though. I wonder if that goes up eventually. But she's really good. I wouldn't call her the best healer in the game, but she's still super good. So, and that's pretty much how the party screen works, guys. Now your costume screen, you can come here, you know, select some gear. It's the same thing. Fuse, breakthrough, convert. Same thing I showed you earlier. That's just if you want to go to it immediately. Now your workshop, you're going to have to come here and make a costume once a day. You can easily get this stuff by running, you know, all the growth potential dungeons. And then there's also this reforge thing right here, so all the costumes and material for Nirvana reforging can be acquired from Star World Nirvana. So essentially there's these high-end costume mats that you have to get to be able to use this. And I haven't done it yet, but apparently it's like in-game crafting, because I'm still getting like growth potential stuff for my heroes right now. And the Massive Battle, I'll show you how Massive Battle works. If you're newer to the game, you're going to want to hit Event right now, although I think the event's ending after today. But get as many of these, like I'll show you this side story right here. Complete as many of these quests as you can by today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do this. And also, there are tokens in the event multiplayer that drop these emblems. The hero, I forget her name, Kulasha, I think her name was, the water hero, she's usually here. Get all that stuff, get some pack scrolls, get some golden hammers. You know, just totally throw down. And just get all this. All this stuff is really useful, from the jades for the shop to summon gems, stamina potions, gear to fodder, equipment to level things up, etc. Come over here after you run the multiplayer and just get your upgrades. I'll show you a battle real quick. Even though I'm going to do a regular one because I don't really need a vent. So you just come over here and hit quick join. And even if you're low level guys, try to get carried. Oh, that's weird. I guess I had one left over. Sometimes the server lags and it doesn't give you credit until you do it later. So essentially what you should be doing for the event that's going right now, for the next week at least, is the wind. Go to wind, and that's actually what I should have done. Go to wind and get carried for wind, because that's helping you get these tokens to summon the new event hero. But essentially, you see, I'm not doing a ton of damage, but this guy, he's either really built or a hacker. So he's going to hard carry us. And there's your team at ulti. Here comes the heal. Yeah, I'm actually putting out decent deeps. There was a point in time where I couldn't break like 20k on most of these. It looks like our tank's not doing so well. There's a barrier for you. Hopefully that keeps you up. Yeah. And there's the heal that would have saved him. But anyway, so you notice in combat, this combo meter builds. Once it gets to 250, I believe that's... Actually, it might be 500. But I believe that's the max. You can... If your guys get knocked down too much, they'll get a combo broken, then you guys start all over. But be paying attention to your damage bonus. And yeah, sometimes I manual this, but, you know, this is just... We're probably getting carried here, so... Yeah, this is going to be a long little battle here. Let me move myself so you guys can see the meter. So there's barrier. Notice all those ticks that go off. And then even if she gets to 1 health, she's going to be critting 100% of the time. Tiamat is right here. For like 8 seconds or whatever the hell it is. And then you can check too and see, like if you're ever here and you don't know if everyone else is dead, you can kind of see here. So basically it's me and this bear guy and Asmodon and some other dudes surviving, carrying these other guys. We're trying to. So you see our combo isn't as high as it was before. I'm going to try to get it to 50 for the damage bonus. I hit it right before. So I don't know how everyone's doing. This guy's still doing well, but we got 4 people down. I'm not that far from going down myself, actually. So we might not win this. And I'm down. So let's see how Bear's doing. Bear's basically hard carrying everybody. But his damage meter isn't going up. I wonder if he like has it paused or just the game didn't update or something. Well, whatever. That's gonna take too long, so let's get out of here. But usually you can get carried in these things, guys, so that was just a bad example. But like, click this wind thing right here, and then definitely go do a wind one. I'll show you why. Hopefully we don't have so many. Man, this guy hits hard. I've never fought this guy. My tank actually does need a lot more work. Maybe I should bring my my other tank I have. Alright, let's go into manual. When I hear him start talking, I just start hitting stuff. Hopefully barrier keeps her up. Just barely. Yeah, I got a lot more grinding to do. There was like one time I was grinding, it was basically like 6 hours. And yeah, I gained a lot of power, but I got such a long ways to go. Wow, it's like he just went right through barrier. Well, they're making decent progress and most of the people are alive, so I can probably hang out for this one. And then the fun thing too is if you're like this, like everyone's dead and you don't want to spend diamonds on resurrecting, your bar still slowly goes up, so if it's close to 100, you can actually still contribute a little bit. Guy kind of looks like me. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm the spitting image. Anywho, that should be over in, I'm guessing, 30 seconds. And then we'll get back to more of the tutorial for you guys. I guess while I'm waiting, I'll get myself a chocolate Tootsie Pop. How many licks does it take to get to this Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Ask Mr. Owl. Come on, come on. You can always cheer people on. And he's down. So as you can see here, you got a piece of the Chloe bond. That's the current thing. Trying to unlock Chloe, you gotta get a bunch of pieces of those. And then the rest of the stuff. Various loot. So we'll get out of that. Now I'll show you guys guild. Actually, you know what? One thing I forgot to show you guys. Divinity. So when you... I guess I put myself too high. Oh, come on, game. Stop loading. I apologize, guys. It wasn't like this 2 days ago. I'm already waiting because, let's see. Where is he? Oh, whatever. Alright, divinity change. Oh yeah, Tigrix is gonna get mad at me. Your guard is too slow. So as you see, I unlocked the second divinity thing here. And then once I get her Roar of God at level 10, it's going to increase the attack of the party by 40. That's going to be really awesome. And then upon presence, reduce attack interval of party by 90% for 10 seconds. That is going to rock right there. Especially if we can get a high damage multiplier. So definitely be working on that first divinity, guys. That first divinity is really good. Now we'll go to guild. One of the things in guild you got to do a lot of is Azure Tower. Oh, there's the code right there. Okay. So if you guys are seeing this now, it's TOE52000, and I'll put that in the notes as well. People are building up the guild facility a little bit, bringing down cooldowns, increasing HP, and bringing crit rate up a bit. You got to donate either summon crystals, which I don't recommend, or jades, which I do recommend. Now, one of the things, oops, I clicked out of it. One of the things you gotta do is Azure Tower. It's basically like a guild dungeon. Every time you clear a floor, the higher you climb, eventually you'll get like super rewards. Like that, but... So we're gonna go sample one right now. So usually these guys are pretty tanky that are in here. So clearing a floor by yourself, unless you have... Oh, hold on, let me throw auto on. Unless you have really high deeps. But you should definitely do it once a day at least, just for the quest reward. It's a daily quest. Yeah, I'm showing this in case you guys didn't know where it was. Yeah, dude, look at that Berry of Life do work. 3-second stun. And then usually, because there's a timer, you're going to get your charge one time in the dungeon. So if you can, try to time it when you get the 500 combo. Because if you notice, the multiplier doesn't improve after 50%. And pretty good damage going out there. I wish that Herald didn't freeze everyone else. That's the invulnerability right there. So we didn't quite kill them, but they're basically dead anyways. Whoever the next person is that goes in there. And then keep in mind too, guys, as you do that, you get guild coins. You can come redeem at the guild shop. You know, stamina potions. If you really want some wisdom fruit, it's here. Although it takes a lot of guild coins to get that stuff. Fruit of the Trial, you know, it's just XP, but it's pretty good XP. So that's what Guild does for you. A little bit of passive buffs there. Now, Trial, that is where you're going to find, like I said, this is stamina, or not stamina, this is enhanced materials for your characters. So like, if your character's water, then you need to farm these. If your character's light, you need to farm these, etc. Battle is going to take you to the main story, and do not forget that there is a hard mode and a, I forget what's called, hell mode or whatever, for most of the stories. And then shop, your one thing with shop that you're going to want to do, come over to Jade once a day, because it said buy anything from shop. So once a day, pick an item here, whether it's whatever synergy you're working on, get attack or defense, whatever you're working on at that point, or attack or HP. You know, assuming you got the Jade for it. And then summon. So the thing about summon, the first banner is going to be half, so it's 990, I believe, and then your next banner, all the rest of the banners on the event banner is going to be 1980. It seems like a lot, guys, but you can actually farm up that stuff pretty easy, especially if you're doing events. I'm pretty close right now. I should try to farm some more up. And then also pay attention over here, round of characters. This is where you can buy heroes. It kind of like switches out every once in a while, but these summon emblems, as you get copies of heroes, eventually when you got too many copies, they're going to start giving you summon emblems. And then I think you can get them some other ways too. I'm just not sure. But I got Tiamat out of here. This kind of changes around whoever these heroes are. So be paying attention. If there's a hero you really want, maybe it'll show up here. They got some 4-star heroes if you want some copies. And there's also even Awakening Fruit if you want to do Awakening Origin level. So... And yeah, so right now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to switch my party. As much as I like you, I gotta kick you out for now. I'll put her back in. So this character, if you've seen her, Leona, she's pretty good. She puts up time shields. Time shields, basically, they'll absorb anything from a basic attack to an ultimate attack. And then the more time shields she has, the more she buffs her crit and damage. She's a tank, but you can actually gear her fairly nastily, and then she's reducing her skill cooldowns by 2 seconds every time time layer is removed. And all her skills pretty much put up times and shields, so... pretty awesome. And then there's some other wind heroes that can also put up time shields, so if you have a wind synergy team, that's there for you. Now I'm going to try to do some hard, try to get those crystals, but odds of me pulling this off are pretty low. In fact, you know what, let me level team out a bit more. And then we'll give it a shot. Or not, I don't have enough XP. Oh, actually, I know something I can do. Come over here and summon. Alright, so we can get one whole level, guys. Can we get some hype? Oh, no, I screwed up. Alright, let's go do this. I'll probably fail. Yeah, I don't know, like, the thing I don't like about this game, it's way too grindy. Like, I've seen people, I know why people hack and do macros in this game now, because it is so grindy to get anywhere, like, just to level people up, let alone level their gear and get the mats and do all the event stuff. And I spent, like, so much time, and I still couldn't get all that done. Oh, it's this guy. I can't beat this guy. And it's not because... It's because he's so freaking tanky. There's like nothing we can do. You'll start to get the multiplier up, and then he knocks you down twice. And there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you have, yeah, like that stun. Or perhaps that immunity might stop it. I don't know if it stops knockbacks. Okay, I think we stopped him there. But yeah, you see how his health, like, it's basically not going down. And he just broke our combo. So yeah, we're about half the time almost, 30 more seconds, and he's at about like 70% health. So this is just a straight like DPS race. I think I did this one time, I got him to about 20% or so. But I was doing it with the Centaur tank, and that was a little bit... I won't say easier, because the Centaur tank still had to have Leona, the other tank, there with her. Because the Centaur tank will just get wrecked by this guy right now. I don't know, we're not that far behind though. We're at about half right now, and he's at about like maybe 58% or so. Let's see if I can pull this off. Like, I'll say, the thing that holds me back is the stupid animations. I don't think there's a way to get rid of them, unfortunately. It'd be nice just to be able to keep going. Alright, excellent stun there. But yeah, basically to get to where I want to get, I'm going to have to farm like another 12 hours worth of crap. And it's like super annoying. It's just, that's the only thing I don't like about this, it's just way too much farm for what you get. I'm gonna see if we can get to 50. We're so close. You know what I wish they could do too, besides add a repeat button to this game? I wish you could click off certain skills to be like manual only. And then that way I would time her heal and time the defensive stuff more. But look how close we can get. And even when I do that manually, it doesn't improve that much. Because I actually do need those defensive cooldowns for his knockback stuff. That's such a dumb stage. I was hoping we could beat that this time. Oh well, we'll get to it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I guess not. The patch is coming. I don't know what they're coming out with. I haven't paid that much attention to it. Oh yeah, Star World. So make sure you're doing your Star World as you unlock it. Farm stuff more and more. Get the higher stamina potions. Get the pack scrolls. Get more gems. Oh, that's true. I guess I could complete... Oh, it costs gems to get gems. That's funny. Never mind. I do have some pack scrolls though, so we can at least do a couple summons. But yeah, this is your farming materials you'll need for your character's discover potentials. And then these are XP and costume stuff. And then eventually you unlock the floating ruins. And yeah, you can see where you can do demon or the high level costume stuff. So that's probably where I should go eventually once I start getting more costumes at max level with max stats. But... Alright, well, as a bonus, let's do some pack summons, because that's apparently all I can do. Hopefully we get something good. Eben. Caddy. And also, guys, let me know how your teams are going rather. Got the 4-star character, and that's it. Alright then. Well, guys, that is it for me for now, because I cannot think of anything I could farm that would give me star gems besides multiplayer, and that would take too long. Let me see if I'm close to any achievement. What's this? Peak character reaches level 80. Own 30 characters, I'm at 29. Fuck, that would do it too. But then, like, if I pull right now, I'm gonna be spending gems to do it. Dang, I'm so close in a lot of these. Have 5-star characters. 3 divinities activated. Ah, okay, yeah, I don't have that yet. Floor 50, floor 40. Oh yeah, I forgot to go into that Darktide Runes thing. Basically, it's right here. You click it, you'll get these tickets. In fact, I guess we can just do one now. It's kind of dumb, like for someone like me that's got like bad wrists, I don't like clicking this much. But you know, you got that team behind you. It's kind of like those old like tower defenses, you know, and then you got your active skills and you got about 30 seconds to kill whatever the target is. It reminds me, for those of you who played Metal Gear Solid back in the day, the torture scene. It's like with the Ocelot. It's like, I'm gonna take your woman's life. And you had to like survive the torture. Oh man, I'm totally gonna lose this. I just don't have the strength right now. Anyway, so I got lots of improvement to do. But that's pretty much my experience with this game right now, guys. So it's just farm, 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 farm. And they have a lot of good events, so that's another thing I'm enjoying. But I don't know, I see myself playing this for maybe like a couple months, and then when Epic 7 comes out, I'll probably drop it for that. Anyways, so this has been Tales of Erin, what I'm up to video. Mostly failing, as you can see, but I'm getting stronger, so just gotta put some more effort in. I hope you guys are having a good time with this game. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.